New York City's getting hit with an ice storm.
They are not the only ones with guns in this city.
What George did, I just thought, was a self-sabotaging act of disloyalty. When you use moments and then stab my dad in the back, I don't know why anyone would think that I have anything nice to say.
Hunter's got an enemies list, and everyone's on it.
I don't live my life to impress Jake Tapper.
They all ought to have their heads shaven. They should be put in orange pajamas. They should be marched down Pennsylvania Avenue, and the public should be invited to spit on them.
Democrats are spitting mad.
No Trump!
No Trump!
No King!
No King!
Plus,
Sandy!
Tell me about it, stud.
the Cajuns raging.
I think they all ought to have their heads shaven. They should be put in orange pajamas, and they should be marched down Pennsylvania Avenue, and the public should be invited to spit on them.
Carville wants to shave Stephen Miller's head squeaky clean. Joke's on him. Miller's already bald, and he looks great in orange. We'll leave the razor with James. We know he shaves his chest. The Cajun has stage 5 TDS, and there's only a few known treatments. Read Get It Together, still available where books are sold. Self-deportation like Irish Rosie, and acoustic guitar therapy.
This is a song I wrote called Crazy World, which is how I cope.
Okay, let's hear it.
This crazy world's gone crazy. Who am I to judge? It's nice to know in a world full of hate, there's someone out there still making love.
Don't crash out, just make love. Or better yet, if you need something a little more exotic, Shri will serenade you with his big, beautiful bullhorn.
No Trump!
No Trump!
No King!
No King!
No Kings!
No Kings!
Music and lovemaking aren't for everyone. Tampon's dealing with his TDS by playing a little putt-putt.
Republicans in Washington are making it even harder for folks. Now's the time for action.
Is Tampon allowed within 500 feet of a mini golf course? He better check with his PO. You know how Trump blows off steam? He builds things.
You can see the kind of interiors that we're talking about. That's an interior of the ballroom. And it's the highest level. And you see it goes beautifully with the White House. I mean, the mix is beautiful.
Hips is livid that Trump's running the government better than ever during the Schumer shutdown.
Donald Trump is once again preparing to fly out of the country. The East Wing of the White House is being demolished so that Donald Trump can construct a ballroom where he will be celebrated like a king.
There's no throne, Hips. It's just a ballroom where you shake your booty. Dime store Obama should remember the cross-legged Messiah was dying for a big, beautiful ballroom. He had to throw a state dinner in a tent like Gaddafi. It was so tacky, people crashed it. If the Obamas built a ballroom instead of a basketball court, they could have booked Stevie Wonder. Oprah and Stedman could have done the foxtrot, and the women's hair wouldn't have been all frizzed out from the humidity. But instead, Biden got the keys to the castle and got lost, and Kamala bankrupted the whole kingdom. The DNC's still behind on bills. They're still paying off Kamala's debt. Just last week, the DNC tried to throw a fundraiser in San Francisco with Harris as the headliner, and the donors were like, lose this number. One anonymous donor replied with a profanity-laced rejection. Nancy might not be around for long either. Democrats are throwing around the R word, retired. Word is next month, she's making a big ol' announcement. The Pauly P portfolio had a good run, but good things come to an end. The saying usually goes, mo money, mo problems, but for Democrats, it's no money, more problems. Democrats are so strapped for cash, they won't even take a pay cut in solidarity with bureaucrats.
Some members are voluntarily not taking pay. Are you on board with that?
No. Where's Bernie? Well, Burn Dog's actually trying to make a quick buck during the shutdown. He wrote a book called Fight Oligarchy. How many times have we heard that?
This democracy is evolving into an oligarchy. We are moving in the direction of oligarchy. This great country is evolving into an oligarchic society. The drift which currently exists toward an oligarchic form of society.
Fighting oligarchy has been Bernie's job for 30 years, and he's still fighting it. That means he hasn't done a very good job. You know who else is fighting a fake enemy for a quick buck? Binder.
We can't behave as if or react to situations per usual. These are unprecedented times. You have to lean in. You have to fight. And these are the things that everyday Americans are asking for. Where are the Democrats? Why are they not fighting?
Binder's DEI revenge tour is getting messy. She's demolishing the Democrat Party like it's the East Wing. Who do you call when you need help blowing stuff up? Hunter. Yesterday, Hunter said he wanted to bust Obama's lip. Now he wants a piece of Clooney.
But what George did, I just thought was a self-sabotaging act of disloyalty, not just to my dad, but to the whole party. That's my opinion, okay? And I think I have a right to be really upset about it.
Hunter's still fuming about the coup. And if he sees Tapper, he's going to snatch his glasses and stick them where the sun don't shine.
He says that I'm a scumbag and I'm a this and that and the other thing. And you know what? You can read my book about all my scumbaggery. I wrote all about it. And addiction is a really, really, really ugly thing. Divorces are really, really, really ugly things. I don't live my life to impress Jake Tapper, but I am. I just think it's really, really poor journalism.
Hunter's scrappy, and Binder looks like she's still on the payroll. These two are laying the groundwork for the big guy to drop his memoir. Binder says Joe still has his fastball.
I saw someone who was sharp, understood history, understood policy. I'm not saying he didn't age, but I'm saying he was there. He was like really.
It wasn't dementia.
No, no. It was somebody that cared about this country.
Hunter thinks Daddy would have won if it weren't for Clooney. And now he has an enemies list. And the Obama boys are right at the top.
Isn't it the same argument that the Pod Save America guys made, that David Axelrod made, that Jake Tapper made, that, go down the list of all of the guys that were saying that Joe Biden could never win. They were all the guys that said Joe Biden could never win in 2016. They're all the guys that said Joe Biden was out of the running and could not win in 2020.
Even Kamala's collateral damage. Hunter calls her a DEI hire and said, of course, the big guy knew it. So what?
The reason that he picked Kamala Harris is because of the fact that he believes in, and I certainly believe, the most powerful force within the Democratic Party is and always has been the African-American women. They're the heart and soul and the conscience of the Democratic Party. And that's why he thought it was so important to have not. And by the way, and she had an incredible resume and is perfectly capable of being president of the United States.
Kamala could be president. Even Binder was like, Hunter, are you back on that crack? She says, I never really believed Harris could win. Wow. Maybe Binder does have a brain. Democrats are 0-2 running women for president. One white, one black. Are they really going to run another woman?
I mean, this is something that a lot of Democrats are grappling with right now. Is they've nominated women 2 of the last 3 elections for the presidency, lost both. There are some who say, well, we can't do that again. The stakes are too high. But of course, that does fall into the same misogynistic trap.
Other countries have no problem electing women.
Well, Democrats have 2 hot governor races in New Jersey and Virginia, and they're running Mickey and Abby. And they're both in trouble, bigly. They both want boys changing in girls' locker rooms and serve up word salads more than Mamala. Once again, the cross-legged Messiah has to try to save the ladies. They're going to stuff Barry in a jet from Honolulu and make him fly east to lecture the brothers again. And he's already complaining.
I thought I was going to be able to remove myself more from being out there in public and was going to be able to concentrate on what I really wanted to do, which was coach the next generation of leadership.
Barry's not just bailing out Democrats in the midterms. He's looking ahead to 28. Obama knows they can't run another woman, so he's choosing the next closest thing.
Someone that gets it and gets things done. It's my honor to introduce President Barack Obama.
Thanks, Kevin. And thank you, everybody who is not just on this call, but more importantly, doing the work. And good job, Governor Newsom, for the outstanding work that you've done and the leadership you've shown.
Newsom's the new it girl. The Obamas and the Clintons are both on board. He's the chosen one. But Gavin better have an answer for trans. Until they figure that out, they're toast. There's one Democrat who thinks they have an answer.
You're Hunter Biden running for president, and they're attacking you about this they them. How do you respond to that?
No, I mean, look, I think the way that I respond to it is say, shut the up. Like, that's not our problem. If you're really that concerned about it, then go talk to your priest, go talk to your therapist.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.